time to get some head drawn on to our canvas. Um, this shit working? It says it's working, but that doesn't mean it is. All right, I think we're good. Okay, well, here we are. How can I hear myself? What? Got media playback going on? How did you? How did you do that? Sorry about that. Anyway, good news, bad news, good news. Heard from a job. We'll be back in June, early June. That bad news is probably no more morning streams. So I'll be back in office over there, but yeah, I can probably do these on the weekend, but no more during week streams, which sucks. But it is what it is. But that means we're gonna have to try and accelerate the timeline at which we're working here. So we are doing the bust, if you will. I might try and find something better than this, just because the lighting thing kind of sucks on it, and I don't know how to make it better. Does this do anything? No, that changes the speed. I need the light to be further back because the light thing here is quite in the way. um, there we go. I guess I'll go with this. Head. Uh, so yeah, we're looking at trying to speed things up. So what I'm thinking is we do head today. Probably head the rest of the weekend as well because we got what Friday through Monday to do some stuff. Um, sorry. Head through this weekend, and then hopefully next weekend, and Wednesday, we can start doing like some shading practice and like color practice because I just am lost on those. Like I just kind of throw a color, and then after that, it might just be straight only two characters. I'm gonna redraw over and over again. I know that's annoying, but that's what you're gonna get. So, um, but that really leaves us only like a month to do it, is the thing. So I need the practice. I mean, I know I technically would have more if I include the weekends, but that's not much more. And I will probably start like doing bigger drawings. So like I'll do the sketch and maybe the line art on stream, then start working on it off stream and like working on it throughout days instead of trying to get one thing done per day. Anyway, let's actually start getting to work, shall we? I will hopefully be able to still do stuff off stream. Change the PC. Do, 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 do. All right, I feel like that is not at all symmetrical. That's better, but not much. Okay, so how do we want to do this? This isn't an anime nose, so it's going to be a little weird. I should have done nose day. I forgot. Think we're like this? I don't know. Why does it just feel like the move? Am I crazy? It feels like the right move to start with the nose. I guess because it's central and everything feels like it should be probably built around this. I don't know, logically for me anyway. That's the way it's supposed to be. Whether or not that is the smart play, I guess remains to be seen, but that's the way I think it's supposed to be. Also, do we start doing symmetry stuff? Like, I know that lets me learn less, but it will improve results that are symmetrical generally. Generally speaking. Damn it. That was weird. Okay. This doesn't feel right. What do we do better about this? What can we do better about this? It's our first time drawing this, so I feel like maybe we can cut ourselves some slack, but I don't know. I don't feel like we should. Okay. Already I'm seeing that shit where I'm slightly tilted, and then we've already redrawn this side, but it's just not right. You know what? Hold on. Let's just go back to the drawing board a second. What if we start with this line? Fuck. Okay. That line. That's a bit severe, actually. If anything, it's more like this. Okay. This is above the nose. This is like that area. What is that called? It's like above the bridge? Or is this the bridge? I don't fucking know, bro. Think this might be the play, starting here. Is this better? Technically, probably not, but I feel like it's a better foundation. This is easier to get right now for me. So I need to come in and then go straight and then kind of come out and then come in. And then this is the end. Okay? So come in, straight in and out, and then come down, and then come out for the end. Okay, not great, but it's something. We're working with something here. So let's clean this up a little bit at the end here. We should kind of come out a little more and then come in a little more. Right, and then that puts us in a position to do that. And then we will squeeze down more than that. Squeeze down. And then turn into that. Okay. And then come up. And come up. Squeeze. Squatch. Squun. It's not right. Do. It's not quite right, but I think it's the best I'm gonna get for now, given the situation. Now we're at an interesting spot where I don't think this actually exists quite as I can portray it. Okay. So let's do that. And then this goes like that to then become something like that. Okay. Straight. And then kind of curvy dervy into that. Okay. I should have symmetry tooled that. Because Jesus Christ, that was not easy. And it looks like ass already. How long have I been muted? Fuck. What I did wrong was I drew the shadow in on that side and not on that side. I kind of realized it's gonna just be better right now if I don't do it. So, sorry. Okay. All right. So, this dude's got like the most chiseled fucking jawline of all time. Actually insane. Jesus Christ. I don't know why, but looking at this right now is fucking with my head. It's just so much. It's too much line. Yo. What if instead I do this and that and that? Does that make it easier for me? So now I should be able to come here. From here, that's not quite as steep as we needed, I think. But it does do for now. And now we do that. And now we do that. Okay. Too much. Too much shrimp on the Barbie. And Barbie's my favorite movie, so we can't have that. Love Barbie's dream house, bro. Come on, man. Okay. So we scoop from here to here, I think, right? Let's double check. So these lips are supposed to come out to there. You know, I think we can make this work. This is a proportion thing. If you're wondering why I'm actually taking the time to change this, I do think that this could help me. I'm really bad at proportions. I always like draw things too big or too small, and then especially without like the frame of reference to go with it. So we really needed some help with this. Okay. Still not ideal, but it's a much better frame, I guess. Damn, man. Okay. How do I do the eye? I go like this, like that, then like this, apparently. And then we also somehow have to pull off the lid. This is such a small space, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy. This feels too small. Feels way undersized, doesn't it? somewhere about there roughly, so that we get like that. That seems like the lids are too big and the ball is too small. Am I crazy? I don't know if I have another one of these in me and it's not even good. Doo-doo, doom. Wow, that seems too long, doesn't it? This looks like the mask from Jim Carrey's The Mask. Yeah, I think the lid is simultaneously too big and the ball is like too small in there. But you know, some people just got a small ball, I guess. Not me, I'm not some people. Some people do call me a space cowboy though. I don't know what that means. Never even been to space. Never even been a cow either. Not a fuzzy, so I'm not a cowboy. Damn the torpedoes. This looks like a fucking like lizard eye. Harry Potter. I'm about to slither in, you know what I mean? Come on, man. I'm not looking forward to hearing that again. Feel like it kind of fell off, but with that stupid ass reboot, I'm cooked. I'm gonna fucking hear it so much. How bad is this? Come on. Ooh, no. Say it ain't so. Bro still got the baby weight on. And I mean transient weight. Prangente. Alright, let's let that be. Let that be. Okay. We don't talk about that. That was clean. Don't talk about it. Don't even think about it. Clean. It was the cleanest line we'll do tonight, probably for the rest of the fucking week. Don't even talk about it. I don't want to think about the fact that that's the best I can do. Man, I'm not looking forward to doing bro's hair. All right, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. We got an ear to do, and more importantly, we got the other side to do. So I don't know how I'm going to... Thank you. Well, thank you for that. Oh, brother. The problem with practicing more is I feel like my hand gets fatigued faster. We're going to try to do this side opposite. Opposito dicko, if you will. Yeah, maybe we don't. What do we think? I think what's happening is I'm trying not to make it too small, and in doing so, I'm making it too big. If that makes sense, which it does. I don't know why I'm asking you if it does. It does. You're welcome. I'm a real cent maker, as in I only make a couple of cents off of this, and financially speaking, I'm never gonna recover. Um, we're gonna have to open See, the thing is, I can't open a coffee or a Ko-Fi. I don't know which one it is. I feel like I can't tell you. Like, if I don't know how to pronounce it, I can't make it. But I do want money. I like money. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is total scumbag move and open a throne. The problem with throne to me is that they take a huge cut. I'm sure it's less than Twitch if we're being honest, but maybe put up like other tablets and stuff. Because I would like to try maybe a different pen. I was thinking maybe it's the pens I'm using because they are kind of smaller for my hand, right? This one's bigger and I do feel like it's more comfortable than the Samsung pen for me. But also it's lighter and I don't like that, but also I do like that. So it's like, I don't know. I like when a pen feels substantial in the hand. It makes me feel like I have better control over it. Whereas like this, sometimes I feel like I'm about to just whip it. Um, But like also I can see how lighter's probably better from a an endurance standpoint, right? Like wouldn't you want it to not weigh as much? Cuz then that means that you can do it for longer. Hold on. I don't like doing that, but I got like uh, I guess it's hold on. Let me look. I think these are for the longest time I personally did not know what a hangnail was. Like I had heard the phrase and I thought it was the nail hanging off, but I think it's those little skin things, right? Yeah, it's actually just like callous skin, I think. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't what I have. What are those things that are like, hold on. I guess I'll just show it. Like there, you know what I mean? Like the little skin that's coming up that's like peeling, but it's like not near the nail. I mean, it's nearer to most everything else, but what is that called? Cause like I mean, I guess I do probably have some hangnails, but I don't know what that's called. I feel like those things are generally annoying. I think it might just be like dry skin that like got re-moisturized and now is sore. I don't fucking know. Okay. Think it would be smart to come from here and scoop in. Hold on, did my tracking hold? It didn't. It didn't, you motherfucker. Okay. Now hold on. Okay. The problem is I like the way that looks. The bigger problem is it's too small. We compare it with the other side. All right. This is why I feel like I just need a fucking 40-inch drawing desk or something. Just like the whole desk is a tablet. So I can just see the entire thing that I'm working on even when I'm zoomed. This also is a major argument for not cheating. It's not cheating, by the way. For cheating. I mean, symmetry tool. All right, major argument in favor of here. I'm scooping, and I'm pooping, da-da-dooping, and I'm schmooping. Okay. Okay. So now I need to make this work. Good enough for me. It's not, by the way. Nothing's good enough for me. I'm this weird type of person who cannot perform perfection, but I want to be a perfectionist. I'm an aspiring perfectionist. And by aspiring, I mean I put in very little effort. Very little. Like, arguably, I'm min-maxing my effort. I think I'm fucking up. Hold on. Okay. Go away. Thank you. You see how that thing just listened to me? Isn't that crazy? Because I would know I was crazy once. Okay. You know, thinking about it, I think my weak point, like my weakest point, is me. No. I I think one of my weakest points here in drawing is actually probably smaller things. I feel like I should have more control, right? So I should be able to make those better. But I feel like because maybe it's a proportion thing, because I just don't know proportions well enough. I feel like I just make things too small and then it just kind of like blends together and isn't anything anymore. Or I just can't capture how small it is, right? So it's just too big. I guess that just falls under like proportions and perspective. I just can't get it, man. But back to what we were talking about before for a second. We are most likely going to be doing these until Monday, irrespective of how well I end up being able to do them. And then next week, we should be starting. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'm going to have to start like some sort of color project and shading project so that I can start capturing 3D depth better. Um, I guess I'll have to like watch more than PCAT videos. As much as hers are helpful, it's just, you know, one perspective isn't always enough. Yeah, you get it? Because we need help with perspective and shading and stuff. Bro, someone nominate me for an Oscar. Um, anyway, didn't even crack a smile when I said that. Anyway, we need like a ton of practice with that. And then after that, I think it's just going to be probably like 90% rice shower. I know that sucks, but we're just going to draw the same character over and over and pray. I just think this is a good, I call me crazy. I think it's going to be good practice for me, and it's going to be a good like goal. And it was like the only goal I could really come up with, if that makes sense, that like I feel like has an end. And it, at the end of the day, my one of my huge goals in starting to draw was so I can come up with a concept for my own like VTubing model, so I can actually make something or design something real and have someone professionally make it better. I don't know if that's in the cards, but that's the pray. That's the hope. Maybe I just become a PNG tuber. Anyway, that's what I'm praying for. But, on the way there, I feel like we need something, like we need steps, we need points to I guess get us places without it feeling like we're just not going anywhere. Because like, I've set like these incremental things. Skulls, get skulls down, right? Sketches. Like when we first started, all I could do was a sketch. I did like one, maybe two very sloppy sketches per stream, and I was scared to go beyond that. We spent like 2 months just doing that, and then I finally started doing line arts, and then I started doing more line arts, and I started doing like more. So we were up to like 2 to 3 sketches and line arts per stream, of varying detail and complexity, right? And then I started adding some color, and I'm still not good at color, but we started then shading instead of just color blocking it. We learned a little bit about colorize matte, right? Like I'm trying to incrementally improve. And like if I look at this, quite frankly, this looks about as bad as when I started to me. And it sucks. But like if I think back, I probably could have done this when I started, like this. But there's a lot of things I probably can't do that I could or couldn't do that I can do now. It just so happens that we're not utilizing any of that right now, you know? So like we have things in our arsenal now, if you will. We can do things, right? There's progress. It feels a little bit like there's progress anyway. Let's redo this one. I feel like it's very uneven. Um oh, what? Oh, wait a minute. 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 Okay, I see what's going on here. Let's scrap this for now. I need this still. Okay. So these are fine. This is the outer rim. Also, this really looks like Frankenstein's monster right now. How do I make the eye look 3D? I don't think I can right now. Not without shading, right? Let's just get rid of this for a sec. But if my goal was just, oh, I need to be able to, or I want to be able to create my own thing, and why does this feel so different? Let's undo all of that for a sec. All right, so the goal is, okay, I want to create my own stuff and be able to like portray it on art and not be like the dude who's like, hey, so I AI generated this or something, you know. What do you think? Can you draw it for realsies? Like on the one hand, I get that, and that's honestly, I feel like the only use case for AI art, if you can call it art, AI imitation art. But also, I just don't like the ethical implication behind all the stolen art that made AI able to do it. If AI art had learned itself somehow how to draw, it'd be a different thing. I don't know how they would have done it, but I would absolutely be on board with that, but it didn't. So there's stolen art, so I don't really care for that, you know? But what I'm saying is I want to be able to portray my idea coherently, and I think I could do that with words, but also it's just easier to like pluck an image from my head, and I want to be able to do that. And the truth is, it doesn't feel like I've made much progress, but I probably actually have, right? Right? I have things to show for it. I have artworks, if you can call them that, in between. We had to erase our cleanest line, and I'm kind of upset about it. Oh boy. I feel like these are too damn wide. Hold on. Let's just take our time a sec. I'm like speed sketching, and I do think there's a lot to be learned from that personally, but what if I just kind of go for this? Okay. This is not ideal. It's too thick again. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Before someone tries to say, well, try drawing boxes for perspective. Believe it or not, I have. Did it last night. Doesn't help. It just doesn't help me. Okay. I think I'm drawing, what's that guy's name from Invincible? Angstrom? Which, Jesus Christ, that dude was in that show way longer than he needs to be. What a fucking obnoxious character. Wait, maybe that's why I don't like RJ. He kind of reminds me of Angstrom, a guy who's mad at somebody who didn't cause his problems. Right? Like a guy who's unable to separate his reality from another. I mean, if anything, Angstrom has more reason to be upset than RJ, because at least it like makes a little bit of sense that he's upset with Invincibles. Okay. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Not very ideal. All right. How the fuck do I draw an ear, bro? Dude, this comes in so fucking deep. Like, what is this? As crazy as I think that side's better. How do I do this? How do I fix this? Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. I need to come out and back in a little bit. There we go. And then we can just clean that up. All right, that's better. And we need to clean this side up a little bit. Okay. Look at the dome on this dude. All right, how the fuck do I draw the ear though? Like actually, not even kidding. What the fuck is this, bro? That ain't it. Is it? Is that it? Where does the ear bone connect, man? I've never seen an ear in my life, bro. What the fuck is this? Fucking God, I know. Bro, what did I do to him? Okay. Okay. Bro. World's weakest jaw. Now it's like too wide. How do I win? Hold on, hear me out. Shit. All right. That does look a lot better. Now I have to clean up all of that. I think the problem is, obviously, the nose is very crooked. Okay. What if we do that? I should have just cheated from the start, right? Okay. Jesus. Guess that's good enough for me. Oh my god, it's so fucking crooked. All right, let's stop. Let's stop. Look, bro just got a crooky nose, okay? Oh man. I mean, obviously that's just much easier, but I feel like I did like it looks better, but I feel like I did less, you know? Maybe that's just what I should be doing. Maybe I should just be fucking playing. Also, hold on a second. Can we talk about how actually kind of lined up everything else was, though? Like, kind of crazy, right? Like, not that bad. Like, down here, for some reason, was spot on comparatively. No, I wouldn't say spot on, but you know what I mean? Like, it was close. Like, from here to there, like, that connection, it's kind of surprising, considering that I fucked all that up completely and totally. Kind of looks like there's a fucking cartoon stake in this dude's ear hole. You know? But the double lip thing is kind of freaking me out. Wait, is that Dave Chappelle? Does anyone else see it? Am I fucking tripping? I think I'm fucking. How did I draw Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappell Rowan. You know what? This is the first time I think I'm like actually using box strat right here. Not kidding. That's the first time I think we've ever used anything related to box strat. Is this supposed to be the Adam's apple of bro? Because I feel like there's some weird looking shit right here. This is weird. This is also box strat feeling. Also feels kind of large. Perhaps even a little in charge. So let's go ahead and start from up here because it just isn't feeling right. Um, yep, 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 yep. Yippee. Yep, 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 yippee. Yep, 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 me. Yep, yippee. Ta-da. Okay, so I made this neck a little on the too long side. That's solvable. How do we solve that? Money, of course. Da 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 dum. A dum 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 da dum. Not too bad, right? Like, am I cooking or am I cooking? Let me cook. Let me cook. Take a look. It's in a book. Let me cook. What? Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna freak out. Don't freak out, but I'm about to fucking freak out. Okay. Well, we fixed that, I guess. I mean, that's not long enough now. I'm gonna. Okay. Think about that's gonna be good. And what I can do is select, deselect, scrap that, Okay. You know what? Let's just scrap this whole thing again. All right. Okay. This still seems not long enough, actually, so... And I'm fucking up pretty majorly here, aren't I? Okay, let's go back. Go back in time to that. That is a little short still. This is too long, though. That's too short. Fuck. When you try to clear your throat and mute at the same time and it don't work, so now you get to enjoy the sound of my apparent phlegm. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Sorry. Didn't feel good, didn't sound good, didn't like it. But it has to be done. God damn it, dude. I don't know why I can't do this. This is like the easiest fucking part, and I just like can't. Okay. What if I start from here? And go like this. And then... Okay. Maybe you have to shrink that side a bit so that it's a little more even. Okay. Maybe get this a little cleaner. When did I size the pen up to 3? I don't remember doing that. God, that is fucking terrible. Jesus. Okay. What is that? What the fuck is that? What am I doing, bro? Looks like he's got a fucking... Bro swallowed a fucking lighter. And the box of cigarettes. We're not cooking. We are not cooking. All right. I think we're only gonna get through the one, if that. Let's try and turn this into line art, I guess. Maybe we can financially recover from this. Maybe I can clean it up in the lart state. Jesus Christ. Don't look. Maybe we can clean it up in the lart stage, man. Fuck, the 5 might be too big for the eyes. How am I gonna do this? This just don't look good. I mean, most of what I draw doesn't, but Jesus. This one in particular. I'm hoping that the Lart allows me to do some shading, and that might help. Like, I'm just going to do that block shading strat right now, because that's really all I know, if you can say I know that. But, man. This is not good. Maybe we just switch to symmetry tool for this. Because it would look a lot better, I think. I know this sounds crazy. I mean, the goal is to make things look better, but the goal isn't necessarily to make things look better. You know what I mean? Like, it's to get better so that I can make things look better. I think that's kind of like a distinction to make, right? There's a difference between, you know, doing something better, or something looking better and being better at doing that thing. Oh, fuck. Kind of looks like a JoJo character, doesn't it? For like maybe a Baki character. Just like overly defined for no reason in certain sides. Which lips? I wonder. I wonder what's inside a Wonder Ball. I wonder what the fuck I'm doing. Bro, that ear is looking rough. You see that thing? Oh my god. And I'm not even a fuzzy, and I think that. Oh no. Okay, let me cook, bro. Let me try and cook. Whatever, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. Bro, 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 bro. 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 Slow, bro. Oh, bro. Wheezing. Okay. You think Weezing is anyone's favorite Pokemon? Like, no way, right? Not a chance. Like, fucking Muck would be someone's favorite Pokemon. It's just not real. That motherfucker right there is not real. Fuck. Damn it, bro. Why does it look like this? Okay, we're almost done with the art. You know what? It kind of looks like the villain of like a cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, no wonder why bro's angry. Missing a piece of his second lip. Okay. Think this is as good as I'm gonna get for today. Let's go ahead and Control C, Control V. And we're gonna start trying to shade strat it just right away. I think it, here's the thing, I think it would hugely benefit from shade stratting. Call me crazy. Call me maybe. Uh, Fuck. I forgot that mouse was tied to a different window. So, I was trying to zoom in and it just wasn't working here. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just do it here. All right. I know we're just moving on for now. But there's quite a handful of glaring issues, right? I'm sure plenty of people already noticed. Obviously, the nose is just way the fuck off. There's like a whole bunch of centering and like wobbliness. Right? That's just me. It's not going away anytime soon, really. Much as I'd like it to. It's interesting. The squares next to gray, even with the, or squares, but the shapes next to gray that are actually supposed to be white, I think, for some reason, sometimes start to look white to me. Okay. Kind of forgot about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and switch back to black. Just for the project's sake. Not necessarily because that's anatomically correct or nothing. Although I don't think it actually looks that bad. But just so we can do that. Okay. Got just about everything. So let's start. We're going to darken that. Darken that again then. Darken that again. Did that work or no? God damn it, dude. I'm telling you to zoom in. You gotta zoom in, bro. Alright, I think this maybe needs to be a couple shades darker, even still. Okay, maybe a little darker on that, a little darker on that. You know, maybe I should actually switch to lightning now. Looking at it for the most part, a lot of this is actually probably just much lighter. There we go. That's probably better. Okay. All right. So now let's add a little bit of opaque white, or translucent white rather. Ooh, I missed this. I missed the nose part. Fuck. Sorry. Think maybe next time I'll break the lips up into 3 as well. actually make that a little darker. Thank you. Maybe one less. Okay. That needs to be wider next time. Okay. All right. Just take a second. I think this is as good as it's gonna get. What do we think? I feel like it just looks so strange to me. It's alien. Okay. Do we start symmetry tooling from here on out? Because I feel like the jaw is like the best part of this because of that symmetry tooling. It's actually like kind of like the jaw and the mouth. And it does look super weird. I do still feel like that chin lip is just too chiseled and very much looks like lips in this like polygonally placed, you know, heavily polygonal world. I think it's way too I guess defined. Um I really think we got to discover something for shading because it's not subtle enough to like really do anything. It just kind of looks very polygonal still. Um I did mess up the cheeks. I think that happened in Lart layer more than anything. Um I think our foundation, like the nose and the bridge of the nose and all that, is where we obviously went the wrongest. I mean, the top of the head's a little lumpy, but that's fine, right now. See, the thing with the top of the head is I can fix that pretty much any time, right? But if the insides, right, like if the nose is all type of fucked up on something like this, everything else is fucked up, right? If an eye is smaller than the other side, then that entire side is all fucked up, right? There's like a cascading effect where okay, if I started up here it would probably cascade, but since I started roughly here, everything else is affected. But up here, everything else would be affected if I really drew that wrong, but it would be really easy to fix because I really only have to work here. But if I have to fix this, then everything, let's say it's like right here, everything like here on out almost certainly would have to be fixed, and probably everything else associated would have to be like redone. I don't know, man. This took us like an hour and a half, and I feel like it's just nothing to show for it. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. That strat, this. Let's go ahead. Move it all. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to speed sketch something. I only have probably like 20 more minutes on to this morning. I keep saying like tonight for things on these streams, but they're morning because I'm so used to only streaming at night. Even though we've been at this for like 4 months now, and we only got like a month left. We have 2 months left. The rest of April and all of May, and then it's gonna be back to weekend only if I can pull these off on the weekends. I don't know. Maybe we can work in some night art streams. Maybe I can do those when I'm like solo. It's just I'm probably gonna get home from work and just like want to relax, and this is sometimes a little stressful. All right, it's time to do a what we call a dick move. I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, here we go. Where do we want to start? Same spot? Like here? No. No. Damn it. I keep like curving. What is going on, man? That's fine. That's gonna do. So there. Little wider. Up. And like that. Okay. This doesn't feel right. This somehow feels too big and too small at the same time. No, okay, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. I'm trying to connect it to the wrong thing. I need that first. There we go. And we come in like that. And let's undo that. Okay. This feels way too big to me right now. Why does this feel so wrong? I think it's this. It's too big. Okay. It's too big. Okay. Then from here, come on, man. It's gonna have to do, I guess. Bro, look at the fucking size of this schnoz, man. Oh my god. There we go. It's a little better. Simba. Okay. Nose. No? Alright. I thought the nose knows, but you know, sometimes the nose doesn't. You know? Okay. If in thou insisteth. Nose. Nose. Hmm. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Whoa, that is actually way too small, isn't it? Hold up. Still might even be too small. It's a little thin. Okay, hold on. It feels so off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's probably everything. I'm ignoring the problem, by the way. I know it's there. I'm ignoring it. Is that correct? Okay. I hope this works. No, it doesn't keep it. Okay. We'll just stay for now. We're good. We're just doing as much as we can right now. I don't know if we're going to finish this one this morning. Today. I don't know why that feels so weird to say. You know what? Let's do this first. So we have that and that, and then that and that. So now we have to do that, and that, and then that. And so we come out a little bit and then straighten, and then we have to come out and into the jaw somehow, but I don't know how to do this. Think maybe this is too much. So maybe bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Something along those lines, and we just readjust for that. Oh man, that's not good. That is not good. I can't escape. I can't escape the roundness of the face. Maybe if I start here and like do that. It's too much still. I think I need this to be a longer angle. It's just the best I'm gonna get for now, I think. I think we have to move on. God, that looks so stupid. Okay. Let's go out and out. Out and up. And then around. Like that. And then around. Like that. And roughly draw the potato here. Potatoes. Having me some potatoes. What do we think? Not a huge fan. I mean, I'm a huge fan of potatoes, not a huge fan of this. For now, just lower bread's cranium. Bro's cranium. cranium. Da 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 da. What did I mess up? This is right, I guess. No, we messed up here. I was thinking that looked too small. Okay, so now we got that. So now this comes up and over. And then that can come up. And oh, no. Didn't say switch to white. Over. This can come up and over. And then we're going to have to shrink that cranium again. Oh my God, Dr. Angstrom, where you been? Angstrom Levy or whatever the fuck his name is. Levi. No, don't tell me I did that. Okay, Jesus, bro. Okay. Bro, the fucking cranium on this guy. Feel like something about it's not looking right to me. Think it's this is too. Maybe a little better. I don't know. It's still not right, but I'm gonna just run with it because I'm pretty much out of time for the day, and I'd like to have at least the sketch phase of this done. I just feel like it'll make me feel better. Not much better, but a little bit. Bro, look at this dude's fucking neck, man. Holy. Look at the clavicles on, bro. I'm cooked. It's so bad. So fucking bad. I hate it so much. Sorry, no, we want to remove that. You know, all right, here's what I'll say. The lines are generally a lot cleaner, and I can appreciate that. Um, that was, look, half of that is a speed sketch. You know, what was that, like 20 minutes? Not bad. I'll give me that. I'll give me that. But given that we're cheating, right? We're only drawing half the image. I feel like we could have done so much better. Like I'm just disappointed. I don't know. I feel like this the left one, the first one we did is better than this one because it's like 5 times the effort and it looks almost as good. And that's not to say either one really looks particularly good. It's just I feel like for me it's more impressive that I drew that with no assisted tools really as opposed to that, and that basically drew right. I only had to draw half the image because the thing is using that tool really only helps me if I'm drawing a circle or if I'm drawing, something symmetrical. I don't really think I'm going to be doing that much, so I can't really utilize this that much. So this gives me a better end result. Like, okay, this has cleaner lines and it's symmetrical. It gives me a better end result from that perspective. Visually, it's just more appealing, right? But it gives me a worse result because I learn less, right? I get less practice in, and it's kind of like getting into a bad habit, you know? I feel like it's good though for a speed sketch where I only had like 20 minutes to work with and we were gonna, you know, get off no matter where. So this let us finish it. There's no way I would have finished it if I did that. And that gave me some level of practice. Um, I think if I'm gonna do these though from now on, I'm gonna focus on the left side because I noticed I heavily favored the right side. It's just easier for me to draw there, and draw. I guess like in like this, it's just easier to do that for some reason as opposed to like that or that. So I need to practice doing that. Maybe that's what I'll use it for. Speed sketches where I only do the left half because that's where I struggle more with strokes that are in favor of that. Um, I think we have a use case for it now. Anyway, let's go ahead and I guess save this. We're about to get off. Still don't think PGM's a real file type. Scuffed heads. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. All right, we have a long way to go. Geez, I don't think I'm gonna make my self-imposed deadline, but we're gonna try our best. If you have suggestions, maybe for like color-based stuff and shading, I'm gonna probably try and stick with PCAT because she just really dumbs it down for my dumbass. Uh, but other than that, I need help. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I'll probably be on Conan later. Um, we'll figure that stuff out and we'll figure out the future schedule out soon enough, I think. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Bye.